This is Arukh HaShulchan Yeridea Simon Vav Sif Dal Truches, day 38 of the Supplemental Arukh HaShulchan Yomi series. Dal Krakos Sam Shemechuber Pasum Tero Shlopa. We already wrote that something which is still connected to the ground is Pasum Mida Rice at the Shecht. The Tosha so Chibur is something which was once severed from the ground and then was reconnected. Das Arif Rambam Lahachshir B'Diavad. The opinion of the Rif and the Rambam is b'diavad, it's okay. After even if you nullified it to the ground. It seems to be the indication of the sugi of the shas. Das Rosh Vatur Liv Sogam b'diavad. The opinion of the Rosh and the Torah. It's possible even b'diavad if you nullify it to the ground. We should be concerned with their perspective. So Mashal on the Bach. Those who machshir dafka shalom nishrash ba'oretz, only didn't take root in the ground. Usually nishrash, if something which took root in the ground, have a b'chor v'kar, it's as if it's the same like something which was never severed. Hey, therefore, kana yotzim na'oretz, you have a reed coming out of the ground, betzura yotzim mekaiso, and a stone which is coming out of the wall. B'shalom b'em yusheched with them. Ashchita psul das rosh v'tur b'chein Shita is possible according to the Rush and the Tour, no matter what. Larifa Rama Dafka Bekonish Elov, according to the Rif the Rama is by a kana which grew on its own. Or a person planted and it took root in the land. And also with the stone, it's only a stone which comes out of the wall of a cave. In other words, it was there from the beginning. But because the now comes out of the wall of a man-made structure. Something which is severed then connected around. Lobi Lakarki didn't nullify the ground. It's going all opinions. You stuck a knife into the wall, and you shut it in. It's really when the neck of the animal is below and the knife is above. Because of the neck is above, and the knife below, puzzle. It's possible even I feel the ever mitam durasa because of the pressure which is applied, which is forbidden during shechita. Shatzvar machbida sakin b'dores because the neck bears down on the knife, and therefore there's pressure involved. Even the person says it's clear to him that he didn't apply pressure. It's psula. Tafka is about an animal. The bird is kosher b'diavad no matter what. Because the bird is light by nature, and does not rest its weight on the knife. Some people distinguish between a light bird and a heavy bird. But time and the reason is this field because they hold the session that which the Gemara distinguishes between an animal and a bird. Because an animal it has sizable weight. Therefore they hold the of kaveh not get posted by a heavy bird also be possible. But Tur rejects this. The reason is that because any bird is light by nature. Since the prohibition with the animal is above is on account of the pressure. Include bench not a sacking because it makes a difference whether you stuck the knife into the wall. Bench not so they stuck it into a beam which is lying on the ground. But if you're holding the knife in your hand, listen, we don't have a problem. You're not passing the neck of the animal on the knife, which be no good. But rather you are moving the knife under the neck. There's no concern of pressure. We assume that the sharpness of knife is cutting, not the pressure. It's preferable not to do this just in case. It's an indication of the Gemara. Something which is connected to the body of an animal, dino of a living animal, dino kadin, is as if it's connected to the ground. Therefore, with the tooth which is connected to some living animal, or used a fingernail which is still connected to a living animal. We find that this is true about I said animal, but it's also about a human being, because that his halacha is something which connects to him is like it's connected to the ground. Because there's an analogy, a parallel drawn between human beings and real estate. It's Rashi and Kedushin Dab Zayin. Shar Ba'al Chaim, and other living creatures. Avagav Dinan Kinyon, even in terms of making acquisitions on them, Dinan Metaltlin, there are laws like Metaltlin, supposed to human beings, where there's a status of a body, which is like Karkos. Become Nevertheless, any of them Machels found now is not like a Shechita knife, not like the Shechita knife in the Torah by Yitzchak Avinu and Avraham Avinu. May have feeling so from which we derive the apostle that which is connected to the ground, which somebody said. Just like we preclude something which is connected, so too animals are also rejected. It says in the brackets that according to this, the question where Kiv Eger brought in Pesach Shuv is resolved. If you cut out the jawbone from an animal which has sharp teeth, and you shecht it with one of the teeth, doesn't share shechita is kosher. Also, you should cut a hand or a foot, in other words, a foreleg or a back leg. Of an animal, yesh but burn and has a sharp nail. B'shad use at the shech doesn't share shechita is kosher. The zeshim cholim ba'lechi ba'yab that they're connected to the jawbone or to the hand or to the foot. It's not considered to be connected. If you use one tooth, one fingernail, but it's using two, then the gap between the two teeth or between the two nails, it's a nick. You're not actually slaughtering, you are suffocating. Because it's like a sickle. A knife, which on one side is a knife, the other side is a sickle, or Megira Shemlea Primos, or it's a saw which is full of nicks. Even the side which is actually a knife. Even if it's a extenuating circumstances. It's for a show. Unless you're going to make a mistake, use the second side. Even you made some way to recognize, to recall this issue, it's not effective. Unless you completely smooth out the other side. But low dami is bar, sharpen it out. Low dami is bar, it's not like without what you're going to see. Besakin sheyeshu gima, with a knife which has a nick. That if you're under constraints, you can check with it as long as you use the part which does not have the nick. You're wrapping a rag on it where the nick is, so that doesn't come to shech. Doesn't mean because there the damage is not permanent. But in a vessel in which the damages are done that way deliberately for malacha, and they're permanently also elements forbidden always to use this. The shemi of does because you might come to make a mistake with the shchot beside plikimos and shech with the side which has the nooks, the nicks, the teeth. But the average shechot beside the other shechot share. But the average, if you did shech with the kosher side, your shechita is kosher. If you have it ain't less on the there, because interesting principle. But the average, we shouldn't answer when something is on account of gzeira. It says he was shechted with a sickle. Is kosher. The evidence low. Only the evidence is good. Not because we're afraid you might come to use the other side, and that brings us to the end for today.